everyone. I'm Letitia Barriola with the Flourish 5. This is where you get to know and love Black-owned brands. And with me now is Kristen Daniel with Heard It All Before. I know people say it like that. You can't help it. Now the song.
They do. Absolutely. I spoke to someone on the phone last week, and she had a British accent, and she still sang the song that way. So
yeah, if you 30 up, like that was the jam back in the day. But I was telling you, I just think this concept is so fun and it's so relatable. Tell us, how did you even come up with the concept to create a game based off of hip hop and soul?
So this game came out of nowhere, really, which we were all, during quarantine sitting on our couches, I'm sure, just like you might have been, and just bored, really. It came out of boredom. I was, alone during quarantine, me and my dog kind of sitting on the couch. And I have this, it's like a little amateur DJ table, but my turntables were broken. And then the thought crossed my mind of what I would be DJing, or like just music that I was thinking about, which then took my mind to coming up with a game where you guess samples, because I love playing originals and samples for friends and family at different events. And so I just came up with the concept and started playing around in a tool called Canva. And came up with like a prototype of cards. And then I started thinking, like, how could you listen to a song so that you can identify a sample? And that's where the thought for coming up with the QR code got incorporated. So
this is born out of the pandemic, and born like we all were, and music saved us. When you were talking, I was thinking about Club Quarantine and how that saved us, right?
Absolutely. Loved Club Quarantine.
Gosh, that brought, as sad and as crazy as that time was, I just remember being up late, the kids were in bed, and we were listening to music, and this, we all felt connected. Yes. And so I love that your game has elements of that. It was born around the same time. And so I think now's a good time to talk about how the game is played. So when people watch this, they can hear straight from you. How do they play the game?
Yes. So you can play with 2 or more people. There are 4 cards. 2 of them are cards where you're listening to a song, a snippet of a song, to hear, whether or not you hear some songs that come from that song. So that's an original card. So if I hear, I don't know, Soul Makosa, then I'm wanting you to hopefully guess a Michael Jackson song, or Rihanna, Please Don't Stop the Music, right? That's an original card. And there's a sample card, and you might hear a song that is a little bit more newer, and you're looking for the older song. So Party Ain't a Party by Queen Pen, right? Yes. We know that that's an Earth, Wind and Fire song. And so then the other 2 cards are, one is a mystery card, which is what makes the game really unique. Mystery cards are, titles and songs that we actually change constantly on the back end. And so the game is physical, but we actually have a database.
Wow.
So that you're never getting tired of your game. So you can choose a mystery card, and you won't know if you're getting the original sample. And then bonus cards are just to help teams take the lead and maybe win, because the first team to 20 is the winner. So that's how you're playing the game. You're sitting around with friends and listening and yelling out, and hopefully your team will win.
Yeah. It almost feels like you have to have a real deep love for music and a real deep knowledge of music for you to come up with this concept. What is your relationship with music?
I've always loved music. I played instruments in the band, just like folks did in middle school. Played the piano growing up. Don't ask me to play either the piano or the clarinet right now. I've always been interested in DJing. I would like to spend more time really sharpening that skill.
Yeah.
And then in my younger years, I wanted to be an entertainment attorney. So there's always been some type of proximity to music, and I just love music.
Yeah, because you sound so much like a DJ, as you're talking. My brother-in-law is a DJ, and I was thinking, like, this is a perfect gift for him. He will love this, because that's what they do. They study ways to mix music, and this game can help all the amateur DJs, the real DJs. So what do you want? My final question is, what is like what do you want people to feel when they engage in this game or they buy it for a friend? What's the overall sense of, feeling you want them to have when they're playing with it?
Yes. So actually the game, what I most, really desire out of this is for people to connect with multiple generations. So it's about discovery and learning and like, whoa, I didn't know that's this song. Hey, wait a minute. I really like artists that I didn't know had been sampled in a song that I've been listening to all this time.
Yeah.
And when you're playing the game, it's like, hey, wait a minute, let me grab my aunt or uncle or, mom or dad or whoever, because that's the best way to have a winning team is to connect with the people around you. So for us, it's really about, we call it music lovers and learners. We want the game to be, for everybody, not just the average music expert.
Wonderful. One word that kept coming up for me is community. Like you are encouraging us to, even within our homes or with our families, is building that community, calling grandma up, calling your auntie up, or yelling in the room for someone to come out. It's bringing it together. I can feel that. And so I'm so grateful that this is out in the world. Welcome to FLOURYSH. And we can't wait to see this just continue to rise and bring community to music lovers. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.